Truth. Hey man, it's Tye Dillinger. Yeah. What's up, man? Look, where you at? No, that can't be right. SmackDown Live is in Louisville. I'm in Louisville, Truth. No, SmackDown Live is not in St. Louis, Truth. Come on, man. Look. Well, it's a little late now. It's way too late now. Look, next week, SmackDown Live is in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. That's where you will meet me. Repeat it back. Yes. Yeah. What's up? Yes, exactly. Okay, look. No, I know you're in St. Louis. I'm in St. Louis. No, you're in St. Louis. I'm in Louisville. Meet me in Montreal next week, okay? No, you will not see me tomorrow. It's Wednesday. Truth. Hello? Hello? Unbelievable.
Hey, all apologies, guys. I know it's going to be like 6 p.m. by the time you guys get this SmackDown review reaction video, so who knows if anyone's even going to be fucking watching at this point. I'll probably have about 25 people that'll tune in and give a shit about SmackDown 24 hours later. But I had an original video that was ready to be put out to you guys. I put at the beginning of that video a WWE.com clip. It was Tye Dillinger on the phone with R-Truth. R-Truth was supposed to be in Louisville last night for a tag team match, but instead R-Truth went to St. Louis for Monday Night Raw. So R-Truth still thinks he's part of Monday Night Raw when he should have been at SmackDown. It was a funny phone conversation that WWE.com has up. So check it out. I tried to put that clip at the beginning of this video, and it just didn't want to get put up, man. WWE was taking that right the fuck down, or YouTube. Something was happening where they did not like it, and it kind of ruined the flow of the rest of the video. So I had to do a complete reshoot. The problem was I was gone all morning long. So I had to wait until I got back to my El Cribbo, which is only for about an hour in total. So this video can only be about a half an hour tops, 45 minutes if I'm pushing it. So this will not be a very long video, unfortunately, guys. But I did want to do a little bit of a reshoot and get you guys a video that actually makes sense, because fucking A, that whole beginning of the last video just wouldn't have made sense now. And my OCD would kick in a little bit, and before you know it, the video just doesn't make sense to me, and I know I can do better. So, all apologies, guys. You're going to get a 6 p.m. SmackDown review reaction video. So because of that, you already know what basically happened. I'm going to run over each, not every segment, but most segments, just about every segment, actually. And I'll give my quick, hopefully brief comments on it. I want to start off with Miz TV. Big Cass, man. Big Cass's promo. Right, Miz is calling out, first of all, Daniel Bryan, but Daniel Bryan isn't coming out, so it's actually Big Cass. And Big Cass comes out, he's got a fucking suit on. He's actually putting on his suit jacket as he's coming down the ramp, so it looks like he just beat the shit out of somebody. We later find out that Daniel Bryan was in fact jumped. After Miz TV and after Cass's promo, Asuka and Becky Lynch were walking backstage and they come across Daniel Bryan beaten on the ground, holding his arm. I just feel this would have made more sense if the beating if you saw Daniel Bryan after Miz was calling him out, and then Big Cass comes down with his suit jacket off. Because then you know Big Cass just took out Daniel Bryan. I mean, we kind of, we were suspect of that anyway, right? And we knew that Big Cass was the suspect. But it would have played off better, I feel, if Big Cass comes out, suit jacket already off, like he just did the deed, and we just saw Daniel Bryan packed out. I won't harp on it, guys. It felt reversed to me. Anyway, Cass comes out, and Cass delivers just an awesome fucking promo for Cass. Some people are coming down. Oh, Big Cass could have done better. He wasn't as believable. Guys, give him some time. That was his first real promo of that magnitude, and he hit his fucking marks. He'll get better. He'll get more believable, and his promos will come off more flawless. There's no question about that in my mind. Look what he did last night. You got to remember, guys, before he got injured, he was with Enzo. Enzo was the mouthpiece of that tag team. Big Cass only had one line, S-A-W-F-T, and that became soft. Pun intended. So, when Cass finally turned heel, he didn't really get the epic spotlight like he was originally planned, or they originally had planned for him, because he ended up getting injured in his very first feud with Enzo. So Cass really has to... That was the whole Cass, Big Show, Enzo feud that they kind of had going. Cass never really had a big promo to that magnitude. That was his first real one. And there was substance behind it. He gave reasons, with an S, reasons, while he jumped Daniel Bryan, why he beat up Daniel Bryan, while he's going after Daniel Bryan. And that is because he sees a lot of himself in Daniel Bryan when he used to be really small and was getting beat up by all the other kids at school. But then something happened. He started growing and he got taller and taller, and 7 feet tall came along. And that's when he started beating up the little guys to pay it forward. And he said that's what Daniel Bryan is supposed to be, a punching bag. He's the little guy. He's the one that we're supposed to beat up on. So basically playing that bully standpoint. I'm the big guy, you're the small guy, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. It happened to me when I was smaller, it's going to happen to you now that you're smaller. And he gave another reason. He said after 7+ months of his rehab, he finally gets cleared to come back to WWE. And what does he hear about? All of the headlines are all about Daniel Bryan's return. Because it was the same exact day that Big Cass got cleared. Daniel Bryan got cleared. And obviously, all the headlines, not just WWE, ESPN, People Magazine, you name it, it was all about Daniel Bryan. So a little bit of jealousy kicked in. It should have been me, not this little fucking literally, little man, little dipshit. It should be all about Big Cass. I loved it. It's believable, if you ask me. And he's trying to play this smug individual. Yes, there's times it came across as a little awkward, not fully believable yet, but he will own that craft. I really do feel like this is the right gimmick for Big Cass. This is the right time, this is the right situation, and this is the right character / gimmick for him. He's gonna pull this off, guys. If they strap that rocket to his back and watch him fucking set sail, this motherfucker will fly to the moon and he don't ever have to ever come back. Cass has the fucking talent. Can I just say there were several times, I'm not comparing the two, I'm just saying there were several times, I think it was the camera angle too, how it's so low, they try to make Cass look even bigger, taller. He looks like Edge a lot of the times, and he actually sounds like Edge a lot. Skill level, obviously, I'm not comparing the two, who knows if Cass will ever get up to that level, but I liked what I saw from Cass last night. That promo he cut, that is a star in the making. If he continues to progress and just gets better and better, not just on the mic, but his in-ring skill work, if he honestly has the booking and creativity behind him, this motherfucker will set sail, man. He'll be somebody in this business, and I think he is a big, awesome addition to SmackDown Live. And the Miz TV, obviously, Miz cuts a decent promo before Cass even came out. So Miz introduces himself back to WWE. He says, yeah, the first thing I hear when I get back is Daniel Bryan wants to punch me in the face. I don't get it. When I became a father to, what's the little girl's name? Mrs. girl's name? Macaroon Skittles, something like that, right? When I became a father to my daughter, I knew that I matured. I put aside any differences that I had. Any grudges that I had, I put them to the side. I swept them under the rug. I no longer held those grudges. I matured. And I thought that you, Daniel Bryan, when you had your kid, Big E, or whatever the fuck it is, Big E, Birdie, I don't think Daniel Bryan had Big E. That'd be kind of weird. Birdie, Big E, Birdie, whatever the fuck that kid's name is. When you had your kid, I thought you would have matured and set your fucking differences aside and set your grudges aside. But obviously, you don't have the same special bond with Big E, Birdie, that I have with Macadamian Skittles. So, Miz is kind of saying, basically in a roundabout way, I love my daughter more than you love yours. My daughter loves me more than yours loves you. We have a better bond than you guys have. And now you hold this hostility and this anger and this rage and you still want to punch me in the face after all this time? Well, come out and punch me in the face. And again, that's when Daniel Bryan was attacked and Big Cass came out instead. So again, all of that, very, very good first segment for SmackDown. We then went into Asuka and Becky Lynch, who I said again were the ones to find Daniel Bryan knocked out in the back. Asuka and Becky Lynch had a tag team match with Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. Now, this was big for Billie Kay and Peyton Royce because they got a big W over Becky Lynch and Asuka. The end of this match saw, I think it was Billie Kay, could have been Peyton Royce. I'm going to say Billie Kay, but either way, one of them rolled up Becky Lynch and put their feet on the ropes. So it was total cheatery, but it's okay. Totally believable. That's Billie Kay. That's Peyton Royce. 1, 2, 3 on Becky Lynch. That also means that Asuka lost the match. So even though this is not a singles match, it's still odd seeing Asuka lose these type of matches. You know what I mean? Like, she was undefeated and she was built to be this rock for so long. And again, I said I have no problem with her undefeated streak going down at WrestleMania. I have no problem with that. I'm just saying it is going to take some getting used to as Asuka losing these kind of nonsensical matches. You know, before she wasn't put in those situations. Now here you just have Asuka and Becky Lynch losing this match against Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. But I honestly feel that Billie Kay and Peyton Royce needed this match. This is only their third week on the show. 2 weeks ago they debuted. Last week they were already having Billie Kay in her very first match. She lost. And then after that match, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay got leveled by Asuka. So they looked like clowns last week. This is only their third week. They had to win this match. There was no way they could lose it. Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, huge victory. And Becky Lynch, she just falls further and further into obscurity. Speaking of tag teams, the Usos were in action, or at least one of them, Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso was taking on Eric Rowan, one half of the Bludgeon Brothers. Now, this battle actually was not a squash. In fact, Jimmy Uso took Eric Rowan to the limits and even defeated Eric Rowan. How, you may ask? Well, you probably know by now. You've probably seen it because it's only 6 o'clock at night right now. Again, my apologies. But it was Luke Harper who comes around to get the upper hand on Jay, who's out there. I think he even took out Jay Uso. So Jimmy Uso's now all weary about it. But who comes down the ring? Naomi. And I'm talking entrance and all. The lights go out. Everybody's feeling the fucking glow. Naomi comes down the aisle and she starts fucking twerking. And Naomi's got it fucking going on I mean, like, any man that I know would just, like, stop whatever they're doing and stare for a couple of minutes. Because Naomi's twerking with the best of them. She's got her shit legit going on. Luke Harper's totally mesmerized. It's like this is his first time ever seeing a female. So that was great. And then fucking that gave Jay Uso the time of day to level Luke Harper. I'm talking, he knocked his block off his rocker. Luke Harper's head came off of his shoulders because he was so mesmerized by Naomi. Jay Uso got the best out of him. This caused a distraction to Eric Rowan, which caused the victory for Jimmy Uso. So Jimmy Uso, are you following me here? Jimmy Uso picks up a huge win over Eric Rowan. And Naomi and the Usos celebrate up the rampway. Big victory. However, don't get it twisted. The Bludgeon Brothers will have the ultimate laugh and the ultimate payday in 2 days at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Because the Bludgeon Brothers, I fully expect to take out the Usos Friday. But let's let them enjoy this nugget of fun, this moment, in the meantime. Because that was cool to see Naomi and the Usos. And I know, last week I said, what the fuck is Naomi even doing in this picture? This is not how I want to see Naomi used. You don't have shit for her for months, and now she's running down the rampway like a damsel in distress, trying to save her little boyfriend, or her husband, whatever title you want to give him. That's not how I want to see Naomi. But last night, man, that was cool. She comes down, she's working her assets, literally, and it causes a cool distraction, which causes an awesome victory for the Usos. Again, everything went just perfectly, I felt, in that segment. Can't say enough high praises for Naomi and the Usos last night. Carmella, for me, stole the show, guys. Carmella comes out. Renee Young calls her out because there's going to be a contract signing between Carmella and Charlotte. Carmella goes out there and cuts her best promo ever in WWE easily. Just last week, I was telling you guys, she's got the heel capabilities. She's got the heel instincts. She's got the mannerisms. She's got it all. It's just, is her promos going to be too cringeworthy for me as far as too annoying, too screechy? You know what I mean? That over-the-top annoying that, like, after 2 minutes, I'm just like, all right, that's enough. But no. Last night was the perfect amount of antagonist. Perfect amount of just blatant in your face, I'm better than you. I beat you, Charlotte. I'm better than all of you. You'll never be champions. Watch my video package that I showed you last week. You're going to sit down. You're going to watch it all. Then you're going to stand up and you're going to give me the respect I deserve. She plays the same video package from last week. And when the video package ends, nobody's giving her the respect she thinks she deserves. So she says, oh yeah? No, 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 no. We're going to play it again. And you will stand up and respect me and show the respect that I deserve. So she starts to play it again. That's when Charlotte's music plays and Charlotte ends up coming down the ramp way. But before that, everything that Carmella did last night, and even when Charlotte was in the ring, Carmella was gloating, bragging, super antagonizing Charlotte, holding the belt in her face, running her mouth, running around the ring with the belt. I'm champ, I'm champ. Super bragging to the point where you want to hate her. She is coming across and she is really coming into her own as the top female heel on that SmackDown brand. She really is. I mean, there's nobody right now that's knocking her off her pedestal heel-wise. There's just not. She is at the top of her game, guys. There's no absolution. There's nobody right now. Carmella, on the mic, the best right now for the heels. I mean, she is playing super antagonizing. I am better than you. In your face, bragging. You're gonna hate me no matter what. That type of heel character. She's garnering that heel heat. You know, as long as her in-ring skills can keep progressing, man, there's no holding back Carmella. And that's cool to see, because for so long, what have I been saying on this channel? She's been in obscurity. Booking has put her there. Even with that briefcase, they made her irrelevant. And when Carmella had the time to show off what she has, I didn't feel she was giving it her all. But now I'm starting to see something new in her. Some fire, some passion. Carmella stole the show last night in the promo alone. And then when Carmella fucking just finally sent Charlotte into a rage, Charlotte signs the contract, gives her a woo. This pisses off Carmella. Carmella stands up, puts the belt right in her face and starts talking more shit. Charlotte doesn't even give her 3 seconds. Charlotte just slams Carmella's face into the table and then flips the table into Carmella. Carmella's knocked out, her hat's flipped off, her title belt's 3 feet away from her. And Charlotte fucking does the shrug with her feet to Carmella and then takes off. Carmella grabs her hat, grabs her title belt, holds them closely and has that puss look on her face. That's the segment. Loved it. Let's be honest, nobody was really intrigued to see the rematch at Backlash, Charlotte versus Carmella, correct? But at least after that segment, you see that they're at least giving them the time of day. They're at least instilling some work into it. They're putting in some effort. They're giving it some creativity. They're allowing it some time to grow and make people care about this rematch. So even if you're not really intrigued or invested all that much into it, you're at least going to remember, oh yeah, Backlash, Charlotte and Carmella is one of the matches. And that's a bigger fucking step up than where we were last week when nobody would have given a shit about it. So I like that segment as well. Shelton Benjamin's in the ring. He's ready to take on Jeff Hardy. But instead, Jeff Hardy's halfway down the ramp. His music stops and it's Randy Orton that comes down the ring. Just like last week when Orton was coming down to the ring to take on Shelton Benjamin and Jeff Hardy interrupts Orton and ends up taking on Shelton Benjamin. You follow? The same thing happened this week, but the roles were reversed. And now Jeff Hardy lets Randy Orton walk right by him. But Jeff Hardy stayed out there. He was at commentary. And he would actually play a big part at the end of this match because the end of this match, Shelton Benjamin, Randy Orton almost threw Shelton Benjamin into Jeff Hardy where he was seated at the commentary table. Jeff Hardy jumped up like, whoa, I ain't got no beef with any of you guys. I'm just watching the match. So Randy Orton obliged, said all right, throws Shelton Benjamin into the ring. Randy Orton gets back into the ring with Benjamin, and that's when Jeff Hardy gets clipped into his leg by Sunil Singh. Now Sunil, I can fucking speak. Sunil, not Sunir. Sunir might be his fucking other brother, who the fuck knows. But Sunil ends up clipping Jeff Hardy. And you kind of knew it was Sunil because the beard underneath, his height, what he was dressed as, you know, he had a mask on, but you could tell it was Sunil. And if you couldn't tell, Randy Orton let you know because Sunil went to run away, but security was coming at him. And then on the other side, he had Jeff Hardy, so he went into the ring, but it wasn't much better there because Randy Orton was in the middle of the ring. Randy Orton RKO Sunil, takes off the mask, and sure enough, I think it was reversed. He took off the mask, revealed that it was Sunil Singh, and then RKO'd Sunil. But then, by the time the RKO was on, that gave Shelton Benjamin way too much time to get back to his feet, and there was a pay dirt, and Shelton Benjamin picks up a huge W over Randy Orton. I'm not high on Shelton Benjamin. I'm definitely not. I think his attitude sucks. I think his skills have diminished and his promo work was never there. But I am all for at least giving him a shot. I don't feel he ever really got a shot with Chad Gable, just like Gable didn't get a shot with Benjamin. Now Gable is actually getting a shot over on Raw with a big victory this past Monday. Shelton Benjamin's now going to get a shot here on SmackDown with a big victory over Randy Orton this week. Do they keep that momentum going? Do they allow Shelton Benjamin to pick up consistent W's? That remains to be seen. If they do, I'm bipartisan on this channel, guys. I will absolutely jump aboard the Benjamin bandwagon. But he's got to prove more to me. And to do that, booking does have to get behind him a little bit. But that was a big win by Shelton Benjamin. And this sets up even more with Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy and even Jinder Mahal sending his goonie out there, Sunil Singh. So this sets up a lot more for the future. So that was another angle well done. A couple of backstage segments that were funny. The New Day in the bar. The New Day is celebrating their new book release with wine glasses full of bootios. You had stacks of pancakes and the bar comes out. And the bar starts talking about, it's a shame we can't beat the shit out of you, basically. They didn't say that. It's a PG show. I'm ad-libbing. It's a shame we can't beat the shit out of you for the next several months, but basically this Friday, we're taking back our Raw championships, so we'll be going back over to Monday Night Raw. And that's another thing, a lot of comments on yesterday's video was like, BC, I thought this match was just already pretty much said and done. Sheamus and Cesaro aren't even on Raw anymore, so of course they're going to lose. Well, yeah, that's what we believe, but guys, nothing with Vince McMahon is said and done. Vince McMahon is so fucking roller coaster booking that you could have Sheamus and Cesaro actually win this match Friday and go back to Raw with the tag straps. It's possible. Never put it past Vince McMahon, so just because they're on SmackDown, just like Sheamus and Cesaro told New Day last night, they're getting those belts back, and they're coming back to Raw. Now, I don't expect that to actually happen, but that's the storyline. So with Vince McMahon running this motherfucker, you never know. But I thought it was funny, man, that New Day was flipping out because Sheamus and Cesaro were touching the pancakes, and they're like, you can't put your hands on my pancakes? What are you doing? Take the pancakes now that you touched them. Fucking loved it, man. Little shit like that does make me laugh a little bit, man. As long as it's not too over the fucking top, and it's short, not like a 5-minute fucking comedic segment, I'll take it. That was funny. Daniel Bryan, obviously, we announced already. Daniel Bryan, or maybe I didn't, but Daniel Bryan was interviewed coming out of the medical staff training room by Renee Young, and Daniel Bryan said, I secured a match with Big Cass at Backlash. And he goes, what kind of coward that is 7 feet tall attacks somebody from behind? Like 7 feet tall, you need to attack people from behind. And he says, once I get all that momentum from winning the Greatest Royal Rumble this Friday, I'm going to carry that momentum into Backlash when I beat Big Cass. And that makes you think, guys, wouldn't Daniel Bryan be the favorite to win this Friday? I mean, you have so many superstars, I understand. Chris Jericho's in there, I understand. Mark Henry, a recent Hall of Famer, he's going to be in there. Rey Mysterio's coming back. But wouldn't Daniel Bryan be the best choice right now? Or who knows? It's Vince McMahon. Vince could have Roman Reigns not only win the Universal Championship strap earlier in the night, but also Roman Reigns enters the 50-man over-the-top Royal Rumble and wins the motherfucker. So this could all be a huge night for Roman Reigns. If Vince McMahon is booking this thing from top to bottom, he could have Roman Reigns win the Universal strap and the 50-man Royal Rumble. Who the fuck knows? I would say Daniel Bryan would be the best bet. How often do you get over to Saudi Arabia? Let them all do the yes movement in one big fucking moment. For them and for Daniel Bryan. Now, a couple of little things I'm going to skip, obviously, because this video should have been out hours ago. So I'm going to get right to the main event. Gallows and Anderson and AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev Day. Rusev Day was irrelevant in this match like they always are. Vince McMahon has no interest in Rusev Day. I gotta be honest, I no longer do either. Rusev Day is so irrelevant. And don't believe me? Go back and look at the end of this match. The end of this match, guys, was all about Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. It really was. Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Gallows. And then afterwards, AJ Styles jumps in the ring, attacks Shinsuke Nakamura like a bat out of hell, starts beating the shit out of Nakamura, but once Nakamura gets to his feet, he's able to duck duck a blow by AJ Styles. The low blow was from Shinsuke again. So once Shinsuke ducked one of AJ Styles' backhands, that set up another low blow by Shinsuke Nakamura. I'll say this, guys, it's a good thing AJ Styles already has kids with an S. Because after this whole feud is done with Shinsuke, I don't know if AJ Styles will ever have kids again. This low blow dropped AJ Styles right where he was standing, man. Another badass low blow. And Shinsuke goes to deliver a Kinshasa to AJ Styles, but Carl Anderson dives in like a bat out of hell, pushes AJ Styles out of the way, and he takes the blow from Shinsuke. That shows you how much respect your boys got for you when they're able to take the bullet for you, when they want to take the bullet for you, man. That was huge. But it didn't really do anything because AJ Styles still got planted when it was all said and done. AJ Styles is down and out. Gallows is down and out. Carl Anderson is down and out. Shinsuke Nakamura is up the rampway to his new music, by the way. Shinsuke Nakamura has some badass new music, and this was because Vince McMahon didn't want everybody singing along to one of his top heels now. The problem is, it sounds like this new theme is better than his original theme. I can't quite tell yet because Tom Phillips wouldn't shut his fucking mouth. But I do have to listen to it again because it sounds like this is a new badass theme by Shinsuke Nakamura. But he's going up the rampway, and we fade to black. SmackDown goes off the air. So this was all again to hype up the rematch between Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. And I feel it did just that. Shinsuke Nakamura is becoming one of the tried and true heels in this business. Not just on SmackDown, guys. Shinsuke Nakamura is showing you that this is where he belongs. This is what he should be portraying. He is a natural fucking heel, and he's damn good at it. Great at it, even. Unbelievable. The mannerisms. Everything he's doing out in that ring. It's just his promos with the fucking no speak English shit. I'm loving every bit of this heel run. He only is going to get better from here on out, too. Between Big Cass, Carmella, Shinsuke last night, really coming into his own as that top heel. I'm fucking loving this shit, man. There's a lot of stars being created finally over there on SmackDown. And that's really fucking dynamite. Where else do I want to go? This was all, obviously, guys, to get over to the greatest Royal Rumble. We know that. There was a lot of fucking strategically placed ads last night. Some people were upset. Oh, it's too many ads. I felt it was brilliant. Anybody with a business mind knows those ads were because you only really had 10 days to promote this thing. Everybody was still on WrestleMania lag. Everyone knows after WrestleMania, we're all kind of tired and worn out, right? We need a few weeks to regroup. Get ready for SummerSlam. But no, they went right into the greatest Royal Rumble. So and it's on a Friday during the afternoon. To get people to even remember that it's on Friday in the afternoon, you have to do an all-out blitz with your advertisements. I thought it was brilliant, man. Business-wise, I knew exactly what they were doing, so I'm okay with that. 10 huge matches, guys. 7 big championship matches for the men, 2 exhibition matches, and of course the Royal Rumble match. It's fucking huge. I'm going to be with you guys for an amplified booking video for that event tomorrow. So instead of amplified Q&A, amplified booking. For those of you new to the channel, this is not a predictions video. It's if I was the head booker and creator for WWE, the head booker and creator for the greatest Royal Rumble, how would I book it from the first match to the last match? And everything I book will have significance for the future. Amplified booking tomorrow. And then Friday morning, before even the pre-show hits the airwaves, I'm going to have amplified Q&A. It'll be a condensed version, obviously, just about a half an hour, 45 minutes long. But look for amplified Q&A early Friday morning, and then after Greatest Royal Rumble, that event on the WWE Network, afterwards, come back to the BC Amplified channel. I will have the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Greatest Royal Rumble, guys. So it's a double video day on Friday. And obviously, that good, the bad, and the ugly video will be my last video for a little while. I do have a lot of things I have to do. I have to film my first movie, finish that finally, filming it anyway. I got something special going on with HBO and another little special side project that hopefully I can let you guys in on in the future. But a lot going on. And I am going to take a little mini vacation too, man. Someplace really nice and warm, tropical, palm trees, some shit, right? The sun shining on me, work on that fucking nice tan. I deserve it. But that's the week ahead, man. Big week still to come here for WWE and here on the channel, man. The greatest Royal Rumble is a WrestleMania-esque type special event, man. Whether people think it's predictable or not, when Vince McMahon is heading the ship, ain't nothing fucking predictable. He's shown that lately. B motherfucking C, man. Even though it's later in the day, we are going to get a lot more coffee. We're still gonna continue to whoop a lot of ass out on the New York City streets. And the Amplified man's cashing the fuck out. Make no mistake about it. We're out. B motherfucking C. Check you.